Hey filmmaker, Chung here. So I've gotten the Hollyland Mars300, which is a HDMI transmitter and receiver that can reach up to 100 meters or 300 feet. Let's look what's inside of the box. So if we look inside of the box, we have the riserless transmitter and receiver, and also we have several accessories like a hot shoe mount, a mount for a 1/4 inch, so you can mount it on a tripod, or you mount the receiver units or transmitter units on its side instead of it standing. However, the only downside is that both of them, we only get one of each. So you do need to, if you want to have like both of them using it in a certain way, that you do need to purchase multiple or like an extra thing for it. So looking at the transmitter and receiver units, we have a on and off button. We have like a USB port to upgrade it. We have a pair button and a channel button. However, you don't really need to press them because it actually automatically connects to each other quite well actually. And on the other side, we do have two HDMI ports on both of them. So we actually can have like two HDMI out onto the receiver, and on the transmitter we have an in and out. So if you want to have a monitor after the transmitter, it is possible. And also we have a DC port, so we can power the Hollyland with quite a lot of options with like DC cables or adapters or more. If you actually look at it, we also have like an MPF plate. So you might think, if you have seen a lot of the pictures, that you didn't see anybody or any of the photos with an MPF battery. So you might have think that this was a really small unit. It would be still small if you are using, of course, the DC port. But if you are going to add the MPF batteries, especially like the 970s, it would become quite big. So now to the test, of course. So first thing to test out if it has a delay. So the first thing I've set out is a small director setup, and to see the delay in more numeric value, I used the stopwatch on my phone to show you guys how much or how many seconds it actually has in delay. So the delay is not that extreme, it's 0.2 seconds, which I think maybe for focus pulling you might feel it's a little bit difficult to really track something really good. But for like a director's monitor, or maybe like live broadcasting something without speech, it should still be okay. But of course, if somebody's talking, you should see like there is a delay between the lip movement and the sound. And of course, I've also tried to test the distance. However, testing it 100 meters away is a little bit difficult, and also trying to zoom in something in 100 meters, I don't think I have a lens that's that long for it. So what I did, I've actually pointed the camera at the street from my window on the 6th floor, and I think there should be like about 50 meters because we have quite really tall ceilings here. I went to the street with the entire director set up to check out if there's a lot of delay by moving my hands, and also to see how well the signal is, if the signal's actually becoming slower or not. But actually it's really, I feel like the delay isn't that extreme. Of course, there is a noticeable delay, but not too extreme, and it's not feeling that it's much more of a delay when I was out there. And 50 meters is still very impressive because it can still reach the double of that. So you might think for whom this wireless transmitter would be useful for. So the main thing is if you are filming and doing commercial work, doing like actual short films or even feature films, this would be a very useful setup for it. Because the main thing is, if you are filming and every time you have to show what you have filmed, especially show a playback of what you have filmed, it means you use double of the time instead of like just going to the next shot. So this setup is really useful to actually give you more time to film and not be sitting and waiting for the director to look at your monitor to see the playback if it was good or not. They could just have seen it live with a wireless setup like this, like a director monitor setup like this. So my conclusion about the Mars 300, it's a very useful unit that I would definitely be using for a lot of the commercial and corporate shoots that I'm doing. And this would be quite useful for other people also, because this just makes life easier, so you don't have like the director breathing over your neck watching your monitor what you're filming, and they have their own monitor they can view from. And also you're not like stuck between a monitor that they are holding, so you're not having like a 5-meter cable between your camera and the director's camera. So you can actually still move around, especially if you are using like a Steadicam or a gimbal, that the cables won't like be tripped over and cause like you to need to do the shot again. And of course, saving a lot of time on set without needing to see the playbacks. So that was mainly it. Hope you guys found this a very useful video. Links in the description below where you can find the stuff that I made this setup from. And also make sure to hit that subscribe button here below, and also make sure to hit that bell icon so you're always updated when I post a new video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you the next time. Bye bye!